Hello, beautiful souls, and how are we? Universal Angel here with Soul Healing Unity. I wanted to jump on and share my love with you guys. I know for me personally, there's been a lot of things going on, and honestly, what I can hear from, clients and friends and just everyone in general, it seems like it's a pretty heavy time for everybody, as we go through the season, the fall, we go through all of these changes. So therefore, I thought I would be of service and jump on and share my love with you guys. And my strength of divination. So let's go ahead and open this channel. I would like to call upon all archangels, guides, guardians, ascended masters to assist me in this process. May I be that divine channel of wisdom and information to help the greater good of all of humanity. And so it is. All right, so guys, I did go ahead and pull a couple. I just wanted to get a jump start because I like to get most information as possible when I'm doing my readings. So I did go ahead and pull a couple from the Gilded Tarot. And guys, before I'm going to give you a brief sum up on, yes, it was verification on the intensity of all of these karmic wheels. Justice was a major arcana that jumped out there. Don't forget that those major arcanas are the major life-changing cards, right? A couple other ones, but before we get into that, I want to see if Spirit will go ahead and tie in for us the things that were coming through my meditation, as far as all of these karmic cycles. I see a lot of people are unhappy with the results of these cycles coming to an end, whether it be persuaded or influenced by another's timeline or from their actions themselves. You guys, something to reflect upon and to remember is that we are the creators of our reality. Sometimes we are involved in those karmic cycles, closing for other people, but it's so important that we just, be mindful of what we are manifesting. Nothing in the past. I can't stress that enough, guys. We can never step into tomorrow if we have one foot in yesterday, correct? And again, the present is truly the gift, the present. So just please be mindful, guys, of what we're thinking, what we're saying, because we're speaking that into truth, into our existence. This just helps manifestation, bring from those outer realms and bring it down. Write it down. Write things that you're trying to manifest, goals that you're wanting to have. Vision boards are another great idea. Something I personally like to do. Also, don't forget those affirmations, guys. A lot of times when we're going through all these changes, such as me personally, and I feel that everybody has as a whole, according to their feedback, as we go through these changes, it's important to understand and have compassion for ourselves. We're going through things. We're going through changes. Change is in a sense, it's like the unknown, which is typically one of what I see to be most of humanity's fear is the unknown, taking that leap of faith or that step forward. Yeah, so it's all about keeping that positive mindset, right? Write it down. Sometimes I even like to use a dry erase on my marker or, a dry erase marker on my mirror. These are little things that just help me throughout the day. I know life gets busy, but please don't forget to take time for you, as that also stood out in the cards today. I see many of you guys are overworking yourselves, and I truly believe it's in the emotional area. That's what it seems to be with all the fiery energy and the air energy that came out. And there we go. We got a jumper. It says intuition. If you are reading this, your third eye is opening, waking up. Your third eye is your mystical eye, seeing all from a loving perspective. And this is so very true, guys. Not only just opening the third eye, but it's very important to align all of those chakras, right? And balance that mind, body, and spirit as you awakened, or as you become more and more awakened. And again, have that compassion for yourself, It says your physical eyes see conditionally in duality, and your spiritual eye sees unconditionally. So true. Guys, I often see one of the biggest things that can create conflict is the thoughts and perception of duality. Nothing is separate from us, right? And if we're being influenced by something, if we are feeling unhappy and it's not something that we had just done, then we need to reflect within ourselves. What is it that is triggering us to be unhappy? Because typically, nobody has the power to make you feel any certain way. Let's see. All right, so just a reminder, it says your physical eyes see conditionally in duality, and your spiritual eye sees only unconditionally in oneness, seeing into places that your physical eyes cannot. Guys, it is so important, and that just verified on some of the cards about, even over the past month, I can see that a lot of the collective has really stepped away from spirit. I know we're going through some hard times, guys, but remember, we got to balance, not just on this 3D plane as far as our physical health, but we have to balance our thoughts and our emotions, you know, do that juggling, if you will, of all of the aspects of this 3D realm. But it's so important that we keep our spirit, because our spirit is what is truly infinite. You know, it is the divine. This is just our earth suit, you know, that we're wearing while we're here. Bring all three eyes together to see anything in full balanced view. I like how spirit did that, because I just said something about being balanced, you know, with the three, the mind, body, and spirit. See into your own heart and see the beauty that is in your essence. So guys, remember we was talking about these new cycles, right? Sorry, in your essence, that's the word that kind of stuck out to me to speak on. In our essence, guys, when we are in our authenticity, our genuine self, we have that unconditional love and that compassion, not only for others, but also for ourselves, which is most crucial in developing that path of self-mastery. And even if you're not on the path of self-mastery, maybe you're just on the path to make it right now. Hey, you got to have that balance. If we don't have that balance in all of these areas, you know, all three of these areas, mind, body, and spirit, it's inevitable that what around us was going to be chaos. Personally, I like to tap into that 0 point, that love frequency, you know, because then I am all of everything. So there isn't anything that can affect me. It's an amazing, it has been an amazing journey. And I hope that I can see more and more of you step into that position of that authenticity, starting those new beginnings as the Sun card, right? That #1 major arcana, the authentic self. You know, it's having that love, and it's honestly so freeing when you just let go of all of the fear, the conditioning, and the what ifs. And, oh man, that's so chaotic. It seems in my brain to think, man, I really lived like that. And not to mention, guys, once you shed that, things will be so clear to you, so clear. See beyond the fear and limitations, and open yourself up to the possibility that things are possible. From this place, you will see further, higher, and deeper. Wow, that was really nice. And what tied in with the cards that I had previously chosen for you guys. But I like to use jumpers, so I'm going to share all that I got with you guys. It says, not what you expect. And this also stuck out to me, guys, because I see this is also within the other cards from the Gilded Tarot. Today, you may not be able to see or feel the wonderment of you. A limited belief or pattern you hold within you is covering up the truth of you. Okay, so it's shedding those conditioning, or that conditioning, and those all of those thoughts. Sometimes, guys, I notice too, as I'm doing the self-inventory, I will pick up thoughts that's not even mine. I'm like, and what do I mean by that? I know that might sound silly, right? But, you know, thoughts like, say, I'm not worthy, or what if I'm not good enough to do this, or what if I can't make that? It's all part of conditioning of things that were told to me, or the lack thereof, the building of the confidence or self-esteem, right? So it's all part of that conditioning, which was limiting, that limited thought was limiting my ability to manifest on this 3D realm. Someone or something will enter your life and reflect back to you the wonderment and truth of you. So remember, guys, we are all one. So as you know, I love how it said that someone will reflect back to you, because in reality, we are each other's reflection, right? So if we're unhappy again with another person, or another person is unhappy with us, we see that person has something within themselves that they need to work on, do that shadow work, and it applies to us, of course, as well. You know, it's a pretty simplistic thing to say, although I know it's not that easy to do. But guys, once you do shed that fear and step into that Sun card, oh man, it's like a whole new life. It's so beautiful. It says it may be disguised as something you don't like, for we are all well trained in noticing what irks us. But know that at the heart of all experience is love. So again, you know, Spirit's saying, step outside. So that's, you know, confirmation of going within the heart space. Step outside of all of the emotions, all the things that's going on around you, and really truly listen to what is in the heart space. That is where that 0 point field, or that void, really exists. And that's where we can pull from with the power of love to manifest on this physical plane. It says, so let all come to you. You are safe. Don't resist, and use your free choice and will to focus on what makes you feel good. So another confirmation on, guys, you will feel so great. It is so freeing. You are on your way and feeling marvelous and wonderment of love. So guys, I wanted to jump in right here and share a little bit of a synchronistic reflection upon these cards that I had previously chosen. Again, and these are from the Gilded Tarot. I just wanted to have a little extra meat to add and share with you guys. So I asked Spirit, what is going on with the collective consciousness? You know, give me a broadband spectrum of, you know, what's going on with people. Well, so we had 2 major arcanas pop out, guys, out of 3 that I pulled. The first was the Devil. What is this representative of? So the Devil is representative of the ego, of the shadow self. This includes things such as limited negative belief patterns, you know, as Spirit kind of spoke on through the Flower of Life. This includes attachments, addictions, manipulation, you know, stretching boundaries, stretching the boundaries of one's will, or manipulating that will. This can also mean codependency as well. These are the things that we're trying to get away from. And that, again, is a major arcana, guys. So it's really important for you to reflect around the situation. As I ask Spirit, what is it? What is it that's causing this, and what can they do about it? And then out pops 7 of Cups. 7, guys, in numerology is the number for Spirit. You are divinely being guided and assisted at this time. But guys, you see all of these different options and choices. Don't mind the nails today. All of these different options and choices. Well, this can be discouraging, and all these emotions, right? Symbolic of the cups of love. You know, these are things, these are all distractions that can, well, choices. They're not all distractions, but I can see in the turning of these wheels and these new beginnings, you guys have so much going on. Many of you have so many choices, you know, and things that are, you know, glittery, sparkly, or want to pull your energy towards a certain way, which is affecting your emotions. So it's very important, guys, to be discernful in all these choices. You know, again, pay attention to those cups. Let your vessel be the cup of love, right? So in discerning and through all of these different decisions and choices that the universe is providing before you, please utilize your heart space, because again, that's where the answer lies. And that is also where your true authentic self lies. Spirit just said, remind them that whenever they're faced with, you know, a choice or an action or a behavior, remind them to reflect on that for a moment. You see the water and the emotions. Reflect on your emotions, please, before you make that big decision, okay? Now, and again, guys, this was in correspondence. This was a clarifier for my devils, because they asked, what is going on with the, you know, addictions or the manipulation? It's because, guys, we're not being present. We are not being present, and we are getting deterred from our path. We're letting these external forces, options, whether it seems like an amazing thing or even a dream, whatever, it's getting in the way. You got to be very, very careful and where you set your intentions, and have that courage represented here in your relationships by the sacral chakra, or the color orange, right? Representative of our passion, that fire, that zest for life. So it's about, you know, keeping that fire and that thirst to continue on the path to your dreams. But guys, don't get distracted, whatever you do, and please react out of the heart space. All right, next we have the 9 of Wands. So I can tell you guys are still going through the clearing of karmic cycles. And I say that not just because of 1010 portal, but also we did have the Justice jump out as a major arcana. The 9 of Wands, as you can see, guys, it's like, man, you have put the fight in. You have put the fight in. You're like, I am at my last rope here. And this has been with your actions, your beliefs. You feel like you've had to defend your beliefs. But in the reality sense, Spirit says that no, truly, there's more to look at. And how do I know this? Is because the 9 is just before the completion of the wheel, right? That 10, representative of the 1, the new beginning, and the 0, representative of the closure or the seal of that particular cycle. I can tell many of you have been restless in the emotions area, also represented by the red or root chakra. And you can see he's in red there. He's just like, I'm grounded. I am exhausted. I am at my wit's end. So I asked Spirit, what is it that we can do about it? Shed those thoughts, guys. Shed those thoughts and distractions. Get that rest and recuperation. It's over and over in these cards. This is the card of rest and recuperation. This is the card about, you know, withdrawing, almost like the Hermit card. The 4 of Swords represents going within. Swords energy is about the air energy. So paying attention to your thoughts, paying attention to attitudes, behaviors, not just of yours. Remember, swords are double-edged, so you want to pay attention to those of others. But you want to go within to your sacred sanctuary. You see, it's, you know, a sacred sanctuary to him. He's at rest, but he's still got all of these influences around him, this, you know, coming at him. But it's okay when we have all those things coming at us, guys. Take that deep breath, go inward, you know, do that rooting, you know, and take the route to spirit. We're also represented by the wands, you know, those fire energies, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This might stand out to you in particular. Guys, shed those thoughts that are preventing you from that good night's rest and that recharge. Recharge, recharge, recharge. And guys, again, so the Justice popped out again on that clearing or closing, excuse me, of those karmic cycles. This is the major arcana. And as you can see, it represents, I want to show you in particular, I love this deck, absolutely love it. So the sun is representative of you. Quite interesting that we were talking about the cycles and, you know, that one representative of the sun card, major arcana, which is, you know, stepping into your authenticity, stepping into the nature of you, with that unconditional love, you know, without all of these addictions or these burdens or these limited belief patterns or these negative people in your circle. This is why you're so exhausted. And you got to shed those thoughts. But first, in order to do that, you must take a break from all of the you know, take a break and rest, recoup, regather those thoughts, that Swords energy. Understand that a lot of times things aren't just as how we like them to be. But back to the card. I'm sorry, guys. So she's holding, what is the scales representative here is the past and the future. And the sun is representative of us, right? So it's how are we going to balance, you know, are we going to balance the influence of the past? Because as we, remember I said, don't worry about the past. But you guys all know that we have past influences that are affecting us now, okay? We can't change what has happened in the past, but what we can change is to balance, representative of Justice, Libra, that might be something for you as well, but of the scales, balance things. Make sure that there's equal reciprocity on both ends between as within, so without. So as the others, you know, that you're dealing with that is causing all of this turmoil or these distractions. And sometimes it's just us within our head, right? Within our head space. But you see, when we are within our head space, go within, do that recharge, and you see those blindfolds there. It's because she's relying on her heart and her intuition. And right here is significant. You see the sun is connected to the gold there. That golden frequency, you know, that is within the heart space, that unconditional spot or feeling elevation of love the Spirit was talking about in our Flower of Life deck. And guys, this is how we get into the King of Pentacles energy. And this is how we start to heal. Green is representative of the healing. Also, Archangel Raphael, he's amazing with his emerald green ray of healing light. This is also significant. The king is in his power, right? He's on his throne. He's very good at balancing the mind, body, and spirit. You know, he is that reflection of the pentacle in perfect position in the masculine kind of form. So in that, he's balancing all elements too, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Guys, the more that we step into the Divic realm and, you know, do that heart healing and get more in touch with nature, the more imbalance our pentacle, the more imbalance, yes, our pentacle will become so that we can step onto our throne and in that King of Pentacles position, which is the authoritative, you know, most adept in his practices of balancing all of the elements, also within his physical health. Guys, the pentacles are symbolic of the physical health. The only thing with the King of Pentacles, guys, is be mindful. You see how the moon is barely lit there. Be mindful that not to get too caught up again in the 3D living. I say 3D. Pentacles is representative of the earth energy. So that is the things going on in our 3D plane. And this is also, guys, don't forget that showed up here too with the addictions representative by the devil. As well, and I'm not talking about just drugs, guys. I'm talking about negative thoughts, patterns, behaviors, people. It's all the same. In a certain way. Excuse me for that, but it's in a certain way. And don't get distracted. Don't forget to act out of that love, guys, because that's how we achieve that perfect pentacle of progress. Much love, guys. Hope to see you soon.